Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. I worked at IRS over a decade. I've worked about 10,000 cases in my life. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I get my strength from my M&M man who has 12 pounds of candy behind me. So today I want to talk to you about IRS equivalency hearings. Most people don't know about this. By the way, my YouTubes are short, sweet. I don't fool around to get to the bottom line. As a former IRS agent, what I've realized, and I see all these YouTubers and all these people making comments, 99% of them haven't worked for the IRS, and they pretty much tell you, oh, this is what happens when I've worked this type of a case. The problem is, a former IRS agent, sometimes that's not how IRS works the cases. That's what the person has found in their experience working with some agents. So what I try to do is I try to pull the curtain back and let you know how the IRS works the cases across the board. You know, needless if they had 3 experience, after you work 10,000 cases, you're going to know what IRS has done and what they do, essentially since you did that. So I want to talk to you today about 2 things, and that's the collection due process and the equivalency hearing. IRS sends out a series of 5 bills to people who owe tax debt. Get your initial notice in CP 501, CP 503, CP 504, and then IRS either sends out a 1058 or an LT 11, one of the 2. During that 30-day period that you have, and remember those letters are time sensitive. On the 31st day, it's over for that collection due process hearing to be filed. So IRS at that point in time legally, since they've given you final notice and demand, can take action. They can file a lien, file levies, and they will. Not a human hand touches your case. The K-2 computer system, CAD, actually generates all these massive pieces of levies and mails. You want to know what your levy source is in, just go to irs.gov, pull up your transcripts, and you'll find out all your you'll find out all your levy sources IRS has on file. Their W-2s, 1099s. So after that period of time, you're fair game to the collections. So at that point in time, you have 2 options. You can call IRS and resolve your case, or you can file for an equivalency hearing. The equivalency hearing is like the collection due process hearing, only you can't take your case to tax court, which really isn't a big deal. Most people with this debt are not taking their case to tax court, but it doesn't necessarily hold up the levy. So you're kind of stuck what to do, what not to do. So it's at this time, if you still want your hearing with an agent to explain your plight, I would suggest filing for the equivalency hearing. But if you can go look to close your case before the appellate officer for the equivalency hearing picks up the phone and calls you, you can protect yourself from the levy or wage garnishment or an embarrassing bank giving IRS your money. So what do you have to do? And this is really what you need to know. You need to know the collection process and how they're going to judge your case. Once you have a tax debt, IRS says, okay, how are you going to pay us back? Well, there's usually 3 avenues. Hardship, currently non-collectible, but you can't pay. Payment agreement, you may be able to pay, you may not, or you can file for an offer and compromise. What you must understand is this. IRS has a standard in which they expect you to live by in every county in the United States. If you don't know this, do not pick up the phone and call IRS. Once again, if you don't understand the national standards, don't call and pick up the phone. Google it, research it. You YouTubers love to research things. I've known that. My God, the research you guys tell me about is unbelievable. Very simple. The IRS national standards will dictate how much you can spend in the area of food and clothing, housing and utilities, car payments, and gas allowance. Everything else, IRS will probably allow dollar for dollar, such as insurance, medical, a court-ordered payment, or a student loan. By the way, IRS does not allow credit cards or kids' tuition. IRS keeps your expenses at a minimum, a very tight boundary. So before you pick up the phone and call IRS, know what the national standards. So once again, it's always best to file your collection due process. If you can't, the equivalency hearing has a problem, and that is that IRS can still levy during that period of time. And that's where you have to make the decision. Should I call IRS or wait for the equivalency hearing, hoping IRS will not levy? That's your dilemma. By the way, welcome to my YouTube channel. I really thrive on subscriptions. That's how, believe it or not, YouTube values how you're doing. The more subscriptions, they put a high premium on that. So I really appreciate you doing that. You can like me too. If you like me, you may not like me. And then at the end of the day, if you have questions about what I'm saying, email me. I will answer your email back. If you want me to make a YouTube on something, I need to explain more, let me know that too. You have my contact number. It's all on my YouTube page. But please, subscriptions are helpful. Thank you very much. Always, I pull back the curtain and give you the information you need.